Hallo liebe Leute und herzlich willkommen auf meinem YouTube-Kanal. Hello dear people and welcome to my YouTube channel and in advance Merry Christmas. We're just before Christmas now and I have now chosen a very specific topic for this, a very special topic for me now because it is also new territory now, and to earn money with AI. This will now be the first part, and the second part will follow a few days later. See you right after my intro. See you in a bit. So, bevor wir jetzt mit dem Thema beginnen, so before we start with the topic, one thing on a matter of personal concern. I've opened a second channel, a parallel channel to my Photomakers Tutorials channel. Now there's also a Photomakers Tutorials channel, English channel, so my films will also appear there in English. For those who might have watched my channel but don't speak German, I thought about doing it this way, that I create a second channel where my videos that I'm producing here now, partially, not all, will also appear on the second channel, but I would also be happy if everyone who is now watching my German channel would support this English channel. So because it is just starting fresh, and it would be nice if you just switch to this English channel, maybe also leave a subscription so it grows faster. This way you will be supporting both the English channel and this channel, since I want to couple everything afterwards. And so I just wish to get more viewers. How did you find this channel? By simply going down to the video description and then scrolling all the way down. There you will find this link to this English channel, or when you are on my overview page, so on my channel overview, then you'll find it directly just below my logo. There's a clickable link to this channel. Okay, so make sure to subscribe to this English channel and maybe watch an English movie from time to time. I'd greatly appreciate it. Okay, and now let's get this first part started. I'll now, starting with a picture that I create entirely with artificial intelligence. The aim is to use this picture, whether I really use this picture or whether I would rather generate another picture, I'm not quite sure yet. As it's a Christmas picture now, whether it will still be sold just before Christmas, I don't know, let's see. Certainly, the goal is to earn money with the images I generate today on Adobe Stock in the future, and how to proceed afterwards. If you have such an image that I show you today, uploading to Adobe Stock and what needs to be taken into account, that will be the next film. I only recently discovered that this is even possible. I've been with Adobe Stock for quite some time, and I sell pictures there. And I completely neglected it over the past few years, and simply because it's an incredible amount of work to design photo shoots and then create these images to generate, which I then sell on Adobe Stock. It's really a lot of work. And now that I've found out that it also works with AI and that Adobe Stock is now selling AI images, I want to test the whole thing now, and I'm 100% sure that this is a great thing and that it will work. And now I'm making these two films out of it because I also want to include you. That's it for today. Till next time. Allowing me to potentially earn a little money in the future in this way. It's a bit of hard work understanding the whole thing at first and getting into it, but I promise you, you will definitely understand a bit more after these two films. Have a very good basic understanding of how the whole process works. So before we go on talking, we are now going to the monitor and we will now create the first entirely in AI. Create the generated image. And we'll go into Photoshop later, combine two more images, we'll still stand out here, everything. Focuses on artificial intelligence. And then in the second movie, I show you how to find your way around Adobe Stock. So let's get started, see you soon. Yes, hi guys, and welcome to my monitor. And with this photo, I want to show you now, wish you a Merry Christmas. And this is now supposed to be the foundation for me actually too. that I earn money in Adobe Stock in the future with artificial intelligence. And this is also a photo that I only created with AI, and I want to show you how I did that. And then I'll just upload it to Adobe Stock in the next film. I'm trying to do it before Christmas in the hope that maybe it actually gets ahead of Christmas by when somebody is purchased. And I'm going to test how all this works now. In the past, I've really only done photo shoots, and so I've really only photographed pictures, uploaded to Adobe Stock. And yes, we are actually trying this with artificial intelligence now. And I hope that maybe I'm giving you a small Christmas present with this, that you might be able to earn a few euros in the future. And now we're starting with that in this movie that I'm now showing you how I did this. Here, as said, is the finished photo, and then I first generated this photo in Adobe Firefly. I'm going in there with you guys in a bit, and then I have already isolated them. I will reset that now. We are going to do it together. That's how the image looked before. I also took this image in Adobe Firefly, generated, and then I generated a caption. Where is it now? Here. This lettering I also have generated in Firefly, and now we are going to put it all together. But first we are going to Adobe Firefly and we'll make the whole thing bigger. And now I'm going to show you what I exactly typed in. For this, first I will go up here through the Creative Cloud and now enter Adobe Firefly. This is how you get in if you didn't know already. Go to your Creative Cloud and then click on Adobe Firefly, and then you're here, and then you have to click on text to image. If you want to generate your image or for the text, you'll have to click here. So, and I've already opened it here. This is the font. Let's have a look. So here is my wallpaper. So it started with me having to enter something here. I just entered a room with a beautifully decorated Christmas tree in the evening. Then I was suggested these 4 images, and I immediately chose this top right picture. So what we need to consider, of course, we need to make a few settings here first. I chose a landscape format. We can choose different formats here. I decided for landscape format. Here the photo must be clicked. If we clicked on art, then it's just an illustration. Yes, and otherwise I haven't said anything else here. And then I'm up here, clicked on this button, and then I said yes, I have to log in again. Yeah, no idea, this came up earlier too. I click on it once and I'm in here now. So now click here, and then you can simply click download, and it will be loaded into your download folder. Then afterwards we have to see where I have the next picture right here. Here I generated another picture where I simply entered different prompts. Then I typed beautiful woman in sexy Santa Claus costume and nice hair. I couldn't think of anything better at the moment. And exactly the same, I then decided for the hair, that's what it's supposed to be about now, that I then also cut the hair. I isolate and incorporate into the image. That's the theme of this film now. And then click on it again, download, done. Here, however, I now chose portrait format, and of course then photo. Portrait because I just need the person and I just want to include them. Okay. Then I went on and added the script, generated. Oh, where do we have it now? Here. That's what I've just input. Yes, that's what I just showed you. You have to click on generate text, not on photo or text to photo. And then I entered here Christmas font with red balls, tinsel and glowing lights and candles. I once overdid it a bit. The overdone didn't come out here either. I'm now missing the candles here. Wait a minute. There's actually a candle here. There's a candle on the T. Okay, I chose and downloaded this font. The great thing about the font is that it's also immediately isolated. We can see that here with this rectangle. Okay, and that's it for now in Firefly. We will in the next movie. Then also check Adobe Stock. I already have a few tabs open in my browser, but that will be the subject for the next film. I'm going to shrink the whole thing down here for now. I'm closing this now here. and then we go here on, no, I don't want to close it. I just want to click on it. And here is our base image, and I want to add this woman here. We can even have it described directly like this now. Firefly Merry Christmas festive font. And here, I'd like to pick the attractive woman in the sexy Santa outfit with beautiful hair. We actually got this as a file name. Now I click on it, and let's see how we can generate this woman so that we can wonderfully incorporate her into the picture, and also completely in AI. So now I am going to my cropping tool because I want to see this cap completely. I just pull it up. I'm also pulling this to the right because I want to see an entire arm here too. And I also want to see a bit down here. They call it generative expansion, and that's why we have to select it up here, up on the tab when we're on our cropping tool. Then we expand on relatives here. I click OK. Don't enter anything else down here because I really just want to expand now. Let's see what result we get. So it's possible that the result now looks completely different than what I showed you, because I'm doing this completely new now. And now here a completely different result actually comes here. We can already see that it now looks completely different. She now has building clearance. Okay, this looks pretty frayed, the dress. We're not taking it like this. And this can already be seen better. The arm is now cut off here. Okay, let's move on to the next image. There's also the stomach clear. Then she has something weird here. I don't like that either. We're taking this now. Now the arm is cut off again, but the hat is completely on. Wonderful. But if we want to see the whole arm now, then I will go on it again. I pull the whole thing out a bit more, confirm with OK again, and then the arm should now be completely visible. The hair is fully included, it's not cut off. Wonderful, we don't need to extend anything. Let's just wait now, and bam. And there we have our person completely generated. Yes, the arm is drawn very softly. So the real question is, will that be accepted by Adobe Stock later on? We still don't know exactly. It's actually the first time I'm doing this. So at least upload to Adobe Stock. Of course, I've done something like this before with exemptions and so on. So now I want to fix the dress here. It looks weird, so it shouldn't be like this. So now I'm just going to be here with my select rectangle here, make a selection, and then I will now fill generatively here, enter a text, write down dress repair. That's what I entered earlier. I am hoping for a good result soon. Let's have a look. Because it looks a bit frayed here. The AI didn't do such a good job, but let's see the person. How creepy. Incredibly human. This person looks really completely real. So there's no difference to a photo to be seen. Okay, so now we have this strange piece attached that definitely looks like it's been repaired. Oh, that looks like a pacemaker or whatever it's supposed to be. That looks odd too. We'll just take this now. We could test it for a long time. Yes, we could now do something like this here. Well, make a sticker out of it, whatever, put something else on it, folders here or whatever, but it's just supposed to achieve this for this movie. And now one could remove the moles here and so on, but I'll just leave it all like that. This is not meant to be a beauty retouch. So this is how the person should be now, and we will be now too. Let's cut it out directly. Yes, I like to cut out on a closed level, Shift, Alt, Command and E, bang. And we have now received a fully combined image up here. And the bottom images or layers I'm now completely hiding. So, and I'm going to simply go to the object selection tool now. What's important now, so that it's calculated by artificial intelligence, is that we click on this tab next to select motif and say I'd like to have this cloud-based. Yes, by the way, I've already explained in another movie the whole story here. If we let it calculate on the device, we don't need to be on the internet, but then it's not an AI either. And if we do it cloud-based, it was recognized by artificial intelligence, the image. So here I click on it now. You can also set in the preset that this is basically standard. that it is based on cloud. So now we're going to select motif. We'll click on it once and bam, the person is selected. We also see when we hover over it with the mouse, a magenta line appears. Well, I think it looks pretty good. I'm going to put a mask on it now. Then it doesn't look so nice now because we don't have a background behind it. That's why the person is now completely with a mask. This picture is completely with mask. I'm putting this on my wallpaper and now I'm dragging the person onto it, and look at the hair. How mega it's now recognized here. But we're going to go into detail soon. Then edit free transform, and I will now make the person smaller. I'm going to place this here so that it fits nicely in the picture. Yes, it should stand out a bit in the foreground. And I'm just going to leave it like that, or maybe it's too big. A bit smaller, maybe like this here. This is how we do it. Okay, and now let's see if we can get something from the hair. We could get something else out of here. Let's see, it actually looks good, I must say, but we still go to the mask. Then we go to select and mask, because here too we have an AI inside, namely the hair refining. This is also an artificial intelligence. And now we click on it. And now we have actually been able to select the hair even better. I guess you've seen the difference now. Now we can say, okay, I want to click on smart radius here. And here we can increase the radius a bit more. Then we will get another selection. Just pull up minimally. And what I also generally click on when I do something like this, down here in decontaminate colors, I also put a check mark in there. Then we get a different result again. Although this time I don't like it as much. I also have the strength turned up full blast, which shouldn't be. So let's take a look. Without and with, no, I would actually leave that out. Yes, decontaminating colors doesn't do anything for me right now. I'll leave that out, but I'm going to use this brush here with the edge enhancement brush tool. I'm going to go over the hair in the corner again. I mean, he would have cut off a few hairs here for me. Let's see. No, everything looks great already. Even here the hair, we don't need to do anything else. So just click on hair refining and the result looked really top notch. Then we can click OK and now it looks like this. We have to remember that we created the whole thing with AI. This means the hair was not perfect from the beginning. If we now see such disturbances here, it could be that it even looked like this before. Then we can easily clean these impurities here on the mask with black color. With the brush 100% opacity, we can of course also mask all this here now. We are now free in our decisions. What we are doing here. Indeed, when we generate such images for Adobe Stock, we should also pay attention to such subtleties that there is no illogic in it. So here too, the hair here, the lovers, somehow free in space. They shouldn't be there. We really have to do a little bit. Pay attention that there are no illogical hairs flying around the room somewhere. Adobe Stock actually recognizes this. So it's really carefully checked. I like the hair here, the tips down here, not so much. I'll get rid of them too. And then we should really look now. Are there any inconsistencies in the image that we might want to remove? We could also remove this bump from the dress here, but I'll leave it like this for now. Yes. So we can now wonderfully retouch things here in the mask that do not belong here, or mask them away. But if we take a look at the cap, how perfect it is. Here it was generated with the small hairs up here. That really looks great. Yes. And then we need our model now, which is actually not a model at all, but an AI woman. Adjust the color. I do it very easily here by being on the upper level, and then I go here. We come here and select the color balance adjustment layer. Click on the clipping mask down here, and I will look at it a little bit more. Color it so that it fits better into the picture. Let's see. Before like this, after like this, before just like this, after like this. I like it this way. Super. It already looks great. And okay. Then I have generated the font. We just need to grab it here because it's already cut out automatically. And I'm dragging this into the picture now. then the whole thing looks like this. Free transform. Let's make this a bit smaller. So I'll go a bit closer. Okay. However, I would actually remove this font from Adobe Stock because the font is not good at Adobe Stock. Because if someone really looks at this picture, if he downloads it, he probably wants to incorporate his own handwriting. Therefore, you should use such fonts in Adobe Stock. Try to avoid as much as possible. Thus, the one who downloads the picture should be able to make their own decisions. And if something like this is written here, then he no longer has this club decision. The customer, so to speak, who then downloads the picture. Yes, but for you guys, I just wanted to have done it for you. This is supposed to be my Christmas video. So of course, Merry Christmas should be written here. And so you can read it better. I'm going to put an empty layer under my writing. Let's make a selection here now. So, under the text, of course, then, Sag, say edit, fill the area. Let's take black, okay. Then of course it's all black now. And I'll set the opacity down as I want it. So you can see everything a bit better here, roughly like this, and deselect. This is the final picture. And let's see what kind of image size we have here. We have an image size of 2300 by 1792 here. That's a total of just over 4 million megapixels. So 4 million pixels. So I have to say 4 megapixels. Adobe Stock has the minimum size of the pictures. I believe we lowered it. We actually had 5 megapixels Adobe Stock, and currently I've read up. This is actually part of the next film, but I'm going to go into it anyway. I need to confirm this first. Okay, so I'm reopening this here because it's actually important to know. This isn't it here now. Where do we have it? Prerequisite, here I am at Adobe, and this is as of October 6, 2023. So it's brand new, and my understanding was that we need 5 megapixels to upload an image to Adobe Stock so it can be sold. And now it says here though, minimal picture resolution 4 megapixels. However, we have to consider now, the smaller the pictures offered at Adobe Stock, the less money we eventually get for it. Of course, if we sell high resolution images, we get more money for it. This needs to be considered, but it's also the topic for the next film, where we will delve into the depths of Adobe Stock. How do I even upload the image to Adobe Stock? And so on and so forth. That will be the next movie. So that's it. I wish you all a Merry Christmas and enjoy your days off. Enjoy the days with your loved ones, and we'll see each other in the next film. Until then.